Good afternoon and welcome to today's video. It's not going to be a vlog because I'm doing a sit down video. So first I wanted to show you something that I got. When was it? I think last week on Thursday. Today is on Thursday, so it's exactly today's on Wednesday. I'm on Thursday. I don't know, but either way, I wanted to show you what I got. That's the main point. I'll probably insert like a video when I have them on. So yeah, it's a clip I shot a while back. I thought I'd do a vlog, but I've been going through a lot lately, which I want to like bring you guys in on. So anyway, so I got a pair of glasses. Yeah, I don't know, I feel like I look weird because I'm facing the window. I can only see a reflection of the window, but anyway, yeah, so I did get a pair of glasses. A little backstory is I do have eye problems, by the way. I think not many know that because I rarely like have glasses on when I'm coming on here, but I actually do own a pair. I do have eye problems, like real eye problems. So apparently I was not born with eye problems. In our family only my mom wears like glasses, but personally I've always envied to like own a pair of glasses because I felt like people with glasses actually looked so fancy. I remember in high school is when that fantasy started coming through, and I would really like, I would yearn to like have real eye problems. And unfortunate enough, I actually did get eye real eye problems. Like I manifested the eye problems, and now they're here with me. So in my diagnosis, I did an eye checkup, and apparently I have an allergic reaction to dust, and also I'm allergic to light, like excess light. Like maybe when I'm out in the sun, or maybe when I'm using gadgets, like that kind of light is actually so, it strains my eyes. And if you know me, like if you come close to me, I don't have like clear, my eyes are not white, like they're not pure white. I have a tint of brown, and that is more or less the reason. I also have something on the side of the eye, which I asked the doctor what could be the cause, and he told me too much exposure to light can actually bring such things, but they go away with medication, of course, not just on their own, like eye drops or something. But anyway, so I'm also short-sighted. So the lens, the whatever that I got, the glasses that I got help me. They have a blue light filter, so when I'm out in the sun and I have them on, they do turn dark, and I don't strain at all. Actually, I wore them yesterday when the sun was so hot and it was so bright outside, and when I have them on I don't feel the brightness as much, but when I do remove them I can actually tell there's a difference. So of late I've not been straining, because normally when I do strain I get nauseated. It's just a lot. But anyway, I thank God I finally have my glasses on. I did have a pair of glasses before these ones, and they broke, and I thank God they did, because they were looking weird. They looked so professional. Like I think if I get them I'll show you, but I'm not sure kama itakuwa in this video, maybe in the next video. So yeah, that's what I wanted to show you guys. Other than that, I wanted us to talk about something, but first I wanted to mask. This is my bentoite clay. I think I've owned this clay for like 5 years. I think it's natural, so I don't think it has like an expiry date or something, so it's not going to like affect my skin, because I've been using it and it's actually making my skin a bit better. So let me come close and show you like how my skin is doing right now. If you've been on this channel, I've mentioned before that I've battled with acne for a very long time, by the way, a very long time, since I joined high school, and that was I think in 2012, 2011, thereabout. So some of the scarring that I have is actually acne that has been lingering, acne scarring that has been lingering for the longest time, since I don't know when. So I remember in 2021, around November, December is when my acne actually got worse. I think it's because I was really undergoing so much at the time, so much stress, and a lot was happening at that time. So my skin really broke out, and some of these scars are from 2021. If you like, I kid you not, some of these scars are from that long. So I think due to having intense acne because my cheek area is usually the most affected. I tend to have large pores on my cheek area, which I'm more or less bothered. But if I do find a remedy to like sort them out, then I'd be happy. Yeah, so I wanted to do the clay mask as I give you guys like a backstory because I've not posted on this platform for like how many days now. I can't remember the last time I posted. Every time I want to post, I just record a clip and then delete. I've done like 7 introductions to this same video, which I've deleted. I don't know, for some reason I was not in the right headspace. I'm going to tell you all of that in this video. That's why I'm here today. So for today, I have to post this video. I was to post it yesterday, and then something just got over me. I got lazy. I was actually watching Young Famous and African season 2, so I got so indulged into it, and then by the time I'm realizing, the sun is already setting and it's dark, and whenever I use my ring light, the quality turns out somewhat weird because I tend to get shadows. I don't know, for some reason, but anyway, so I said today I must put out a video. I'm really trying to be consistent. Sometimes I really struggle with procrastination, which I really want to work on. I really want to work on it because me coming on here really, it's some sort of therapy for me. Like talking to myself in the camera, that is some sort of therapy for me. So I'm in the kitchen as usual. I'm cooking lunch. We are having pilau. But in the meantime, I want to mask as I give you guys a little story time of why I've not been posting and why I usually take some breaks, unnecessary breaks actually. Like why it usually happens frequently. Let me give you like a story on why that usually happens, because it happens more often than not. So you'll see me posting a video consistently for like 2 times, maybe 3, and then I go silent again. It's usually something I'm struggling with, but I want to let you guys know. So I'm applying the mask, but I've not even washed my face. I've not washed my face, by the way. I think my face is the oily type. Up until now, I don't know my face type. But usually they say for you to know your skin type, you just like wash your face and let it dry for like, give it 30 minutes, I think. And then I don't know if it's completely dry, then I don't know, that's dry skin. I'm normal. If you have, I don't know, you can go and do like some research on how to know your skin type. I still think my skin is the oily type. I do think so. Anyway, so let me apply this as we chit chat. Normally I just use my hands to apply, but this kind of the clay really gets messy, so I don't like to apply too much of it, just on the affected areas, which are my cheek areas, my forehead, na my chin. Like not the entire face. I don't cover like the entire face, but maybe today I will. Maybe today I will. Anyway, so a little chit chat on where I have actually been for those few days. I feel like I owe you guys an update, so here we go. And by the way, I'm not used to looking at the camera. I tend to look at myself more often, so please understand if I'm looking the other way. I'm just used to looking that other way. When I was growing up, back then when I was growing up, I'm the last born in a family of 4 siblings, and let me say, one would expect like I would get special treatment because I mean I'm the last born, but that has not been the case, mostly because I've not grown up like in a rich family or anything. By the way, I've not grown up in a rich family or that kind of lifestyle. I don't have the lavish lifestyle. So growing up since I was young, now considering how our issue at home was like us not being financially stable, so whenever we'd get like school trips, I would really be afraid to like tell my family or my mom or my dad like we have an upcoming trip, because I knew for sure they were not gonna pay for me. Not because they don't want to, but because of how the situation at home was. Like we were really struggling at the time. And so growing up, I always learned to like keep things to myself. Like you see the thing of me not telling them when we have an upcoming trip. Now it got to a point where now growing up, even if I have personal issues going on with me, I'd never even mention, because I'd be like, what's the point? You see, because when I was young and I would even come and tell them like we have a trip and they would not pay for me, then there was no point of me even mentioning that we have a trip in the first place. So yeah, I got acquainted, or rather I got used to the culture of keeping quiet. and keeping things to myself. So it affected my adulthood friendships and relationships and what have you. So I learned to like keep quiet. Also, when we were being brought up, my mom was the type, she was the cautious mom, she still is. She, like, we never used to interact with other kids as much because most of the kids surrounding us were either rich kids, nini nini, and she didn't want us to feel intimidated, like, because of the lifestyle we were living. And so we got used to just being confined in our small house at the time. Like, it was just us and ourselves, you know. So we never really got used to like mingling with other children. So up until today, now being an adult, I've developed social anxiety. Like, I hate being in public spaces where there are so many people. I'd love to at least be with one person. Like, if I'd go to a social gathering or something and I find a number of people there, and one person just asks me a question and you start talking and you start gelling, I kid you not, I'll stick with that person until that event is over. Like, that's just how I am. I really freak out in front of crowds. It is really like a huge struggle. I remember a little story time. There was this one time I was dating this guy, and now this my tendency of me fearing public places and social gatherings. We had gone to some sort of a restaurant. I won't mention where, but it's somewhere in town. Not that there's anything wrong with me mentioning it, but there's no point. So we went to that place. So we agreed that I'm the one going to buy water because we had ordered for lunch somewhere else and we ate while we were there. So we were just taking a walk. So when we were strolling for the walk, we got to this point where there was a supermarket. So he was like, then you'll buy the water. We had tulikuwa tumedea Ariana. And I was like, that's fine. I don't mind buying the water. So we got there and I found a lot of people and they were seated because it's like a restaurant but an outdoor kind of setting where people are just chilling, nini nini. So we got there and we sat down and he was like, go get the water, because it was directly opposite the supermarket. And I was like, no, I can't walk. All these people are looking at me, nini nini. Let me tell you, it was a push and pull, a push and pull. And actually, we broke up on that day. Simply because I could not, like, I feared the people. I get anxiety when I'm in front of crowds. So, like, I could not go for the water. And I was like, why don't you just go for it? And I was like, why should I go for it? Why can't you go for it? So it was just push and pull, push and pull. And I was like, macha basi kai. And I got angry. I don't know why I even got angry, because it was my mistake. Because people will do nothing to you. But either way, me, I was feeling some type of way. So me, I just left and went home. And up until today, we've never like talked with that guy ever. So apparently we broke up because of water. Sad story. So anyway, the issue of me not communicating also developed to, I don't know how to call it, like, I now developed an issue with communication totally, even in my romantic relationships. Like, even if I'm dating a guy, I would find it so hard to like communicate my feelings to them. I'd feel like I'm doing the wrong thing, like I don't have a right to speak up, such kind of things. And I'd feel really like some things they will do, they will make me feel some type of way, but I can't speak up because I feel like I'm the one on the wrong. Why should I even call them out for what they've done anyway? It was just weird. So I even developed an imposter syndrome now. I don't know, like, your childhood can really mess you up. And that is why, like, recently I was on TikTok and then there was this clip of, like, nowadays I find some clips popping up about parenting. And, like, they were talking about gentle parenting. And, like, there's one nini I came across, there's one account I came across, and the lady was saying, like, you don't have to, let me close the window, you don't have to bring up your child the same way you were brought up. And that really hit home, because I feel like now that I'm back at my mom's, most of the things that I do or how I raise my child are influenced by my mom. Like, you see, she's always here. Like, when they were being brought up, I remember she joined NYS. If you're in Kenya, you know NYS during that time. So I believe NYS was so strict from what she used to tell us. So she's gotten so many doctrines from NYS, and that is how she brought us up. And now I feel like it's about to trickle down to my child, and I'm like, no. I just took a chill pill. I'm like, God, Aki no, Aki no. Aya, the issue of communication still. Okay, no. First of all, let me apologize. My story be all over the place, but I hope you get the point. The issue of communication. Back to the issue of communication. I was saying it got so hard for me to communicate because, for example, when I got pregnant in 2020, I didn't tell anyone apart from my best friend and my sister. Like any family member other than my sister, no one knew about my pregnancy. I kept it secret until the day I gave birth to my son. And that's when I texted my mom and I was like, Mom, I gave birth to my boy. And she was like, what do you mean? Because I remember before, like a mother's instincts are really strong. Before I gave birth, she used to like call me constantly because I was living alone. I've been living alone for the longest time. So here and there, like oftenly I'd go home, like I'd come home and like stay home for a week and then go back to my place. But for a whole year I hadn't set foot at home. I wasn't even calling anyone. So because I felt like I just needed my own space mentally, because being pregnant I didn't want so much bad energy and nini coming in, because I'm an overthinker and I really stress about things really quickly. So I don't like when I have bad energy around me. So I decided to just keep it to a very small circle for them to know that I'm pregnant and that I'm expecting a child. Like not many people should know about it. So I actually kept my secret about me being pregnant for a whole 9 months, not setting foot at home, nothing. So after I gave birth and I told my mom, that is when she now came and she was like, why didn't you open up to me? Why didn't you tell me you are pregnant? And I was just like, I don't know. Now you see, at this point, being an adult, before I actually sat down and reflected on the fact that it's how I've been brought up, I used to think it's just my nature. But looking back, I feel like it was more or less how we were brought up. Like it's not about my nature, it's about how I was brought up. I feel like my real nature actually came to life when I joined university, because that is when I actually figured that I can actually be an extrovert. Like I think at this point I'm an ambivert. I only react according to the environment. So I'm not entirely an introvert, but I do love having my own space for the most part. By the way, if you ask me at this point, I'd prefer if I would have my own place by now. Like I really just appreciate those silent moments when you don't want to talk to anyone, because now I'm obligated. Every morning I wake up, I have to fake a smile like, hey guys, you're up. Morning. And when I used to live alone, I'd just be me and my son and just the two of us. Like he doesn't even know how to talk at the time. I don't have to fake conversations and pretend to be happy. Sometimes I have my emotions and I just want to sit in a room alone and not talk to anyone. But then there are people around you and you just can't ignore that fact, you know. Anyway, so I don't know where we're at this point with this conversation, but because it's all over the place. But anyway, I'm just giving you like updates of my life and how it's been for me, and so that you can know why I rarely post sometimes. And now I'm going to that point. I'm getting to that point where I want to explain now. Other than this communication, blah, 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 blah. So you see the thing of me not keeping things to myself. Now it comes to a point where it really becomes severe. Okay, not severe, but it now brings out it comes out like depression, because I'm the type of person to keep things to myself. Now I don't talk much, but I feel like with my best friend I'm usually so open with her. I tell her literally everything. I don't filter nothing. But there are times when I feel like I'm being a bother. Like you can't always reach out to someone with your problems and the stresses you're going through with life, because she's also straining, and she doesn't complain. She has never complained, and I know she would never do that on me. But I feel like sometimes now the issue of me constantly keeping things to myself has now turned into something worse, because now after I gave birth I developed postpartum depression. And actually I had somewhere that postpartum depression does not go away until 7 years. We're only on the second year. Like Miles turned 2 just the other day, so I have like 5 more years ahead of me. And one thing about me, I'm very reactive. Like I'm short-tempered. Baby, I'm short-tempered, but I'm slowly learning how to manage my temper, because bringing up a young one, and who doesn't understand your emotions is really weird, because you can't like explain to them how they've made you feel, how they've crossed the boundary or made you angry. So I'm really trying to manage how I react when he makes me feel some type of way, because toddlers can really get to you. Let me tell you for a fact, if you don't want, I was actually on TikTok the other day and I saw I think I'll insert the clip here. It's a woman, a mom, and her toddler, and now she was complaining because she's saying, okay, not complaining literally, like, because she was just saying she's not a morning person, but whenever you have a young one or a toddler or a baby, a child, whatever, you're forcefully made into being a morning person. I'd say I'm a morning person by the way, because I usually don't even sleep at all anyway. But now having a young one, sometimes you want to rest a little bit for a while, and it's not possible because now the like Miles doesn't sleep a lot during the day. Today he has actually slept a lot. I wonder, I think it's because he woke up a bit earlier today. Normally he wakes up at around 11 a.m. Today he woke up at, I think, 7. Yeah. So normally he would not sleep during the day. And for me now, since I'm a morning person, I usually wake up earlier. So during the days when my sleep now catches up with me and I'd like to like lie down kidogo, but it becomes a problem because now he doesn't want me to sleep. And if he's sleeping, he'll only sleep for like an hour or a few minutes, sometimes even 2 minutes, and then he's up. So like the video is just, I'll insert it here and then you guys will see. So that's why I'm saying being a mom has really taught me to like manage my emotions. It's really hard by the way. And then I've noticed something about him, like he's somewhat an impatient person. I'm an impatient person. He hasn't taken much from me. Like even his looks, though he doesn't look like me, he looks nothing like me. But now I can tell for sure he's an impatient person. I'm not a patient person by nature, but over time I'm learning. So I think that is what he has taken from me. And no one told me how hard it will be to like actually learn to manage someone's emotions which are similar to yours. Like me being impatient and him being impatient. Like I didn't know, like now I'm trying to see other people's perspective from my own perspective. Like now that Miles is impatient, I'm also impatient. It takes a lot of muscle to handle his impatience. Now I'm trying to imagine how hard it has been for other people to manage like my anger. Sometimes when I talk the way I do, act the way I do. But let me tell you, I think over time I can actually say I have improved. I can look back at my past relationships with friends and with romantic partners, and I feel like I've really gone a notch higher. The person I was last year and last year but one is definitely not the same person I am right now. Like in terms of managing my emotions, I can really tell for sure I have gone a notch higher. I'm a step higher than where I was. So of late I've been in my mental, like I've had mental issues. Not that I need to see like a mental doctor. It's not that severe. It's not that severe. It's only that sometimes I have those mental breakdowns where I feel like things are not working out, like everything is being too much. I can't manage all of that, and I feel like I'm at a breaking point. I don't want to talk to anyone. Now you see, that's where me wanting to be alone comes in, because now since I'm at home, everyone is at home. Sometimes I'm having those episodes and I just want to be alone, but I feel like it's really hard because I can't keep showing people my feelings because they're not responsible for it. I have to learn how to act accordingly, because I don't have to be angry at everyone because I'm feeling some type of way. You see, that kind of thing. So sometimes I'd really wish I was alone or just go out and do something fun for myself, because at this point, by the way, I do have those episodes a lot, and that is why sometimes I'm not even posting. And sometimes I would really want to like walk and take a walk, but again the sun is too hot, and if I'm leaving, I can't leave Miles behind. I have to go with him. He's heavy, I can't walk with him for too long, and then he has an allergic reaction to cold. So, and think dust, yeah, cold and dust and strong scents. So if we are out in the sun, in this hot sun, of course there has to be a lot of dust. So like in short, if I have to go, I can't just have my own space to just go on my own. I always have to think about someone else. You see, like now you're a mom, you have a child, you're not alone. You have to think before you make a decision, will it be fit for the other party? You see, like Anyway, so me not posting for those few days I haven't posted is because I have an issue with procrastination, and then I'll be having mental breakdown in episodes here and there, and those are the two major reasons. Actually, those are two major reasons. Sometimes I wake up feeling really energetic and I want to do a YouTube video, and then I'm like, what are you even gonna talk about in that video? Because you're mostly just indoors, there's nothing much to do, you're not outdoor, like it's not a vlog. If you just sit down and talk to people, like, you will it be even exciting, will it be like an exciting video to even upload for people to watch? And then I'm like, that thought, like negative thoughts, actually weigh me down, and I just decided, you know what, I'm not even gonna post that video. I won't even bother. I don't know if it's in the last clip or a clip I had shot and then deleted. I had mentioned that I wanted to shoot a TikTok video. Trust me, I haven't done that up until today. It's like a week later. I don't know. That voice in my head is usually so loud. So sometimes when you see me having not posted, it's because the voice is louder than the energy within me, and I find it hard to like fight it. Sometimes I just listen to it, and then boom, a week passes by, a month. Like, I don't want to be this person anymore. I want to just, like, I saw a post somewhere that was saying, it was about prayer. So the post was saying, pray when you don't feel like praying, because there's actually something that is making you feel like you don't want to pray. And that like the same applies to when you've set out to do something. At this point, I think I'd advise you and tell you, whenever you feel you don't want to do that thing, do it. Because there's something that is actually holding you back, something like procrastination, that is actually holding you back from not doing it. So today I decided, you know what, I'm going to film that video. I'll edit today and post it for you guys, because I don't want to procrastinate no more. Like, I'm done procrastinating. So yeah, this was more or less a mini update of why I've not posted for those few days. Let me tell you, I've attempted several introductions for this video. They were not going through. Different days I would film a clip and then listen to it, and I'm like, delete. Another one, delete. Like, there's the one time I did like 4 in a day, and then the rest I've done them within the previous week, and I'm like, not good enough. I did one yesterday, I deleted it today morning. I'm like, no way, doesn't sound good enough. There's something I didn't say, there's something so today I decided, in as much as I know my story will be all over the place as it already is, I'm going to post it like that. Imagine, I do not care at this point, because I really want to be purposeful with my channel. I don't want to be just me popping in once in a while. I want to actually have purpose for it. So here I am. I think the mask has dried out, but yeah, that's all I wanted to tell you guys. It's a long video, it's 28 minutes long, but anyway, you've gotten the point. So pray for me. I'm trying to be putting out content for you as much as I can, and I'm gonna work towards it. I won't let that inner voice like speak to me. Yeah, so anyway, I think my food is ready. Also, did I tell you I did my hair? I've redone the front part, so I'm redoing the back part later. I don't even think it's today, because I have some episodes to catch on the Young Famous and African. Hey, it's so exciting. If you haven't watched it, make a point of doing so. So that's it for you guys. That's it for today. Maybe I'll show you how my mini has turned out. I'm not sure, because I'm feeling like the tomatoes are a bit too big. Anyway, thank you so much for watching up until this point. If you have any questions about my glasses, feel free to ask me in the comment section below. I got this at Kahawa Sukari. Hey, let me not confuse you. Somewhere in Kahawa, if you know Kahawa, yeah, there I'll probably pin their number on the screen, because the frames I have are plastic, and then now the lens, I got them done somewhere else, but the same people, same day I got my eyes tested. I chose the frame. They recommended the exact lens I needed for my type of problem. Then they have a different nini where the lenses are whatever, so they now came together. They have the cases up kwa shop. So yeah, if you need any information about how much it all costs, just ask me in the comment section. I'm gonna let you guys know. So if you've watched up until this end, thank you so much. And if you're going through a dark patch, just know that it gets better. Like right now, I'm feeling so much better. Sometime last week, a day like today, I was in the pits. I was actually crying. I was just done. I was feeling like, this life is not worth living. But anyway, let me tell you, there's something to thank God for every day. Like the moment you've woken up, you've set your foot on the ground and you're healthy and you're walking, you can eat, you can breathe, you can do all of that without strain. Let me tell you, thank God. Recently, I just discovered that my friend lost one of her friends. Apparently, I knew the friend. We were with him in an event sometime back last year, and we didn't talk or anything, but I knew him from that event, because when she posted that picture of him, I was like, but I know this guy. So when she posted a picture of now the event we were in, because we were all in that event, it was my friend's event. So that other friend, can you get the story? Are you getting the story? This is the story. Let me tell you in a more clearer way. So my friend is a she, and she had a friend who is a guy. So this she friend of mine had an event last year in September. So this guy friend of hers was actually invited, and I was invited too. So recently he was involved in an accident, and he actually lost his life. I really feel bad because I knew him. I met him in that event. I didn't know him from before that event, but when she posted that picture of us in that event, is when I remembered, like, I knew this guy. And I really felt bad. Like, he when we were in that event, who he wouldn't have known that this year hangemaliza, like he wouldn't see the end of this year. I'm sure he had plans. People usually have, we all make plans, but we never know like how long we will live to even accomplish those plans. So he lost his life the other day, like I don't know how many days back. So that is when I thought, like, sometimes when such things happen, or someone you know has lost their life, or someone close to you is dead, is when you actually like sit down and really value life as it is, like life anyway. So yeah, if you're feeling like you're having a dark patch, just know that it gets better. It doesn't Dark days don't last. Joy comes in the morning. Let me tell you for sure. For sure. You don't know. Just wake up, thank God for where you are now, and trust him to take you to a better place. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. To my subscribers, I love you all so much, and if you're new and you haven't subscribed, make a point of doing so. I'll see you guys in the next video, coming up very soon, by the way. Coming up very soon. Yeah, so see you when you see me, and I wish you nothing but love, peace, joy, and happiness in abundance. See ya. So I had promised to give you guys to insert a clip of me we're having the glasses on. So this was a clip I shot last week on Friday with me trying the glasses on, because I had gotten them on Thursday. So I was hoping this clip would make it to today's video, but unfortunately, like I had said, I didn't have the energy to, keep recording those clips, because I've deleted a couple. This one actually has made, it is lucky that it is still in the gallery, because I thought it was actually relevant now that I'm talking about the glasses, and I wanted to show you guys like a clip of me having them on, and this one has come in handy. So yeah, that's it for this clip. I can just show you the outcome. So the camera is not doing justice as much. I feel like the light exposure is a bit too much, but yeah, ilikuwa napika pilau njeri. So this is my rice. It has some masala in it, and then I don't know if it's just me alone, but I really like having my rice with bananas for some reason. We don't have to share the same nini, but me, I love rice and bananas. So now I'm signing off, like for real, without I'm not coming back here again. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.